John Bernthal's Punisher is set to meet Spider-Man in a brand new day. The Street Fighter movie is officially on the way, and folks are hunting down that comic. Plus, Ironheart just landed on Disney Plus, so where did her first appearance end up on our list? We're counting down the hottest comics collectors are chasing right now. Let's get started with the top trending comics for the week 1, July of 2025. What's going on, everybody? It's me, Izzy, and welcome to this week's top trending comics. We got a lot of good comic books coming up this week. Some good classics, some old 90s comics are in this list. I love this list. I personally think it's a great list. Some good first appearances and things like that. So before we even get a chance to keep going, make sure you hit that like, subscribe to the channel if this is the first time you're watching, and thank you for being a part of it. And make sure you leave a comment. So with that said, let's just go right into this list, starting with what we are seeing right now for the first week of July of 2025. Mr. Miracle is back on the list, but where is he now? Also, a new book in our list, Street Fighter #1. We'll talk a little bit about why that book's in the list. Another good classic book from the 70s Bronze era, Amazing Spiderman 129, first appearance of the Punisher. And of course, Riri Williams' first appearance in costume, from what I remember, in issue number 9 of Invincible Iron Man. But as you know, we're always going to start things off with our honorable mentions. And there's some good ones here. When we look at our honorable mentions, they are as follows. We got our very first one, which was in the list last week and now fell behind a little bit, and that's the Star Wars Dr. Aphra Chaos Agent #1. This is the 1 in 25 homage to Adam Hughes. Again, an awesome book, a great cover. Awesome to see this in this list still. One that's new is Predator versus Spider-Man #1. This is cover A. This book has been gaining a lot of traction because it's a good story. And I've read issue 1 and issue 2. I'm going to be reading issue 3 very soon, and issue 4 is on its way. But this is a story that I never expected to see out of a Spider-Man comic. Definitely out of a Predator. But it is a completely rated R comic book. I'm amazed that it didn't get the red band treatment, to be honest with you. But it is a mature parental advisory book. And this Predator is unhinged. He's not hunting down Spider-Man, but what he is doing, he's this serial killer. And he's actually, when he's taking his victims, skinning them, and then putting their skins on, is very Hannibal Lecter-like in its process. But crazy story, good read, really excited. Kraven the Hunter is now part of it, so be on the lookout for that one. And finally, a book that came to our list, and that is Superman issue #2. This is from the John Byrne run, when John Byrne relaunched Superman. This features the first appearance of Lex Luthor's associate. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but that book, it's a dollar bin book. It's a book that will probably return to the dollar bin when it's all said and done, but people are gravitating towards it because she is now in the movie. It's official that she is a character in the movie, and people didn't know about it. So that's it. That's all you get for that. Let's go into our list, starting with number 10 in our list, and that is Exquisite Corpse #1. This is the second print, black and white poly bag with trading card variant. This book came out in 2025 for Image Comics. The last recorded sale was $30 near mint. Most common fair market value is $33 near mint. As of right now, there are no recorded slabs for this book, but I do believe it's the polybag trading card that most people are grabbing, even though it is a pretty cool black and white cover. As far as the trending list goes, it's number 5 in CBSI. Didn't make it to the other list, but it is still a hot book with its 49 sales for the 30-day period. Hype level is at a low for this book. Even though Exquisite Corpse is a hot property right now, the demand for this book isn't too high. It came and it's going to go. So there you have it at number 10. Looking at number 9 in our list is Silver Surfer issue number 3. This book came out from Marvel Comics in 1968. Features the first appearance of Mephisto. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. But the last recorded sale of this book was $473 at a fine. The most common fair market value is $195 at a very good, $557 at a 7.5. As far as the trending list goes, it's number 8 in Key Collector, number 10 in CBSI. Sales volume is pretty high for a book like this. This is a Silver Age book with 28 sales in the last 30 days. That's pretty good for a book of this height. Remember, Silver Age books don't sell as much, but when they do, it is worth taking a note of it. And the hype level of this book is a medium. So let's talk a little bit of why this book is in the list. It's obvious because of the first appearance of Mephisto, and it also has everything to do with the Ironheart TV series. So Ironheart is currently 3 issues. It's currently 3 episodes in, and 3 episodes are coming in on Wednesday, which we do believe that we are going to see Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto, and that's why this book is on this list. We heard a lot of stuff about this show, especially with this ending. There's a lot of hype behind the ending. Looking forward to it. I have not yet begun to watch the series. I am going to watch the series, and I'll let you know how I feel about it. Let's go to our next book at number 8, and that is The Summer of Superman Special number 1. This is the Alexander Loanza variant. This book came out in 2025 for DC Comics. Last recorded sale is $13 at a near mint, so it's actually dropped in price. Most common fair market value is $18 or near mint. There are CGC graded copies already starting to circulate, and the highest right now is $62 for this book. Trending list, it only came out in cover price, but it came out at number 5. And as far as the 30-day sales go, 67 sales is pretty good for a book like this that came out several months ago. It was hot then. It continues to be hot now. In fact, this is the rare occasion where the trade dress is outperforming the version variant that came out not that long ago. As far as the hype level go, this is low. Not a lot of people are going crazy over this book, even though it does have a high sales volume. It's not a book that everybody's just saying, you know what, I need to have it now, where then it was. At number 7 in our list is Mr. Miracle number 1. This is another Bronze Age book in our list here from DC Comics that came out in 1971. The last recorded sale of this book was $70 at a no grade. However, the most common fair market value for this book is $49 at a very good, while 9.0 for $208 seems to be the average. As far as trending list goes, it made it number 10 in cover price, and the sales volume for this during the 30-day period is 66 sales. That is great for a book like this. Again, when it's an older book, the sales volume actually does mean more because people are spending the money for this book, and 66 sales is saying a lot. This is on the hype level of a medium. We received information about the animated series that is coming, so that's still trickling in a few weeks later, and we'll talk a little bit more about this for weeks to come. At number 6 is the other Mr. Miracle book, and that's issue number 4. This book also came out in 1971 for DC Comics. Last recorded sale was $141 at an 8.5. Fair market value of this book is $59 at a fine, $267 at a 9.0. I recently saw this book at a convention. They were asking for too much for a book that it wasn't even a fine. It was a low grade copy, and I did not want to pull the trigger. Even though I wanted the book, I did not want to pull the trigger on the book, so I decided to pass on the book. I do believe it's going to drop in value as we draw closer to the series, but it's that low period in between the series. When we see a trailer, then this book will go up again in value. And why is this book important? It's the first appearance of Big Barda. Also, as far as the trending list goes, it's number 8 in CBSI, number 9 in cover price. Sales value, 46 sales in the 30-day period, which is great. And again, hype level is at a medium for this book. As I mentioned before with issue number 1, this is still trickling from last week. We may still see it on our list next week if the sales still perform. But as of right now, the information's out, people are grabbing, and now it's time for it to cool off for a little bit. So within time, it'll go back up. But right now is a good time to just wait a little bit. And right before the series comes, if you grab it, you can probably grab it at a really low price. Number 5 in our list is Invincible Iron Man number 9. This is the first appearance of Riri Williams as the Invincible Ironheart. This book came out in 2016 from Marvel Comics. Last recorded sale is $10 at a no grade, which is actually pretty low for this book. Fair market value is $36 at a near mint, $128 at 9.8, which is a low for what this book used to command. This book commanded at one time $1,000, and now seeing it drop in the price that it is today is unheard of, but largely because of the comic boom of 2020, 2021. And now this book has really dropped in value, especially right now with this TV series right in the middle of the series. Some people like it, some people don't like it, some people are indifferent. It's there, it's a show. It's where watch it if you can. As far as the trending list goes, number 2 in Key Collector, number 3 in CBSI. Didn't make it to cover price. 30-day sales, again, is kind of low when you think about it for 32 sales for a book of a character that's making her debut in Disney Plus. So I think that's low, to be honest with you. And however, the hype level is at a high. Riri Williams is not going to get any higher than what it is right now, to be completely honest. Unless she becomes a major player in the Avengers movie or something like that. Right now, all I see is this TV series comes and it goes. And that's all we're going to see with Riri. Let's take a look at number 4 in our list. And that is a new book in our list, and one that's a sleeper, and that's Ghost Fleet number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. It came out in 2014. Last recorded sale of this book is $28 at near mint. Most common fair market value is $4, even though that price is now going to go up, as you can see by the last recorded sales. No recorded slab sales as of right now. I'm sure they're going to start coming in. This book was number 1 in Key Collector, number 2 in CBSI, number 1 in cover price. Probably asking yourself, why is it number 4 if it's number 1 in Key Collector, number 1 in cover price, and number 2? Well, there's a good reason for that, and that has to do with the sales. The 30-day sales for this book is $19. The fair market value of this book is low at $4, so that's why this book is number 4. Now, you got to ask yourself the question, and really the question of why this book is at a hype level of a high is largely because this book was picked up and been optioned for a movie. Now, another thing that's important to know about this book, it's written by Donny Cates and it's drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson. This is a sleeper book because most people were not aware of this book. I was aware of this book when we covered Daniel Warren Johnson a few months ago, and we did talk about this book. However, as of today, this book is still relatively low. If you go to your comic book shop, there's still a possibility you might find it in a dollar bin. So I suggest do that hunting. Go see if you find it. If you do, then you scored big, and you're going to get a book that was optioned. Again, like most options, it's only going to take time whether that option is going to actually be fulfilled or it's going to sit in developmental hell. That's the risk you take with these books, but I would not spend what that person spent, which is $28. I'll look for it in the dollar bin, and if I find it in the dollar bin, then I scored. As of right now, I'll probably hold on. Number 3 in our list is Street Fighter number 1. This book came out in 1993 from Malibu Comics. Malibu Comics is the company that eventually created Image Comics, and this book last recorded sale was $8 at a very fine. Most common fair market value is that $8 at a fine, and $115 at a 9.8. This book is on the trending list for CBSI number 1, number 2 for cover price, and like the other one, the 30-day sales period is 35 sales for this book. Yep, the hype level is at a high. Every day it feels like we are receiving more and more news about this upcoming Street Fighter movie featuring Jason Momoa as Blanca. You got Roman Reigns being Akuma. There was just recently an announcement of Bison being played by David Mazzucchelli. Um, there is so much hype behind this movie, this casting, that this comic book itself has been gaining traction. Now, be on the lookout for the gold foil edition. So there is a spot foil edition of this book where the word Street Fighter is labeled in green in gold, and that's why it's a gold foil. And I believe that one's even more valuable than this one. I picked this up. I picked this book up a few months ago just for the fun of it, and now I'm kind of happy I have it. So who knows? It might end up in my eBay shop. Who's to say it doesn't? But this book is hot right now, largely because of those announcements of the casting announcement that keeps coming up. We're gonna keep hearing more and more about the Street Fighter movie coming up. I'm excited. I even heard 50 Cent is involved in this project. This is going to be a bonkers project. I can't wait to who's going to play Gil. Number 2 in our list, Superman: A Friendship Unleashed #1. The Milkbone giveaway that was limited to 3,000 copies is back on the list, and it has largely to do with the Superman movie 1, and 2, that graded copies of this book is now are being circulated, and more importantly, this is a hard book to get at a high grade because the treatment of the book when it was shipped out. This book came out recently for DC Comics. Last recorded sale was $46 at a near mint. However, check this one out. The fair market value for a raw is $53 near mint, but look at the price for 9.8. $337. This book is hot in high grade because of the fact that it is difficult to get at high grade because of the way they treat the book when they ship it. As far as the trending list goes, it was number 4 in cover price, and this book is selling. 30-day sales period is 92 sales for this book. This, again, people just went out to try to get this book as much as they can, and they started to flip it. The story itself is just a regular story about Superman and crypto. It's nothing, earth-shattering or anything like that. It's just a promotional book for the movie, and it's promotion for Milkbone dog biscuits. So that's the whole purpose behind it. Of course, the hype level is at a high. Next week is the Superman movie. I will be seeing it early, and I'm super excited to see it. I hear nothing but good things about it, so I am excited. So what's number 1? You probably already guessed it by now. It is the Amazing Spider-Man 129, the first appearance of the Jackal and the anti-hero we all know and love, and that's the Punisher. This book came out in 1974 from Marvel Comics. The last recorded sale of this book was $825 at a 3.0. Most common fair market value is $967 at a very fine, and 8.0s are going for $1,890. As far as the trending list goes, it was number 4 in CBSI, number 7 in cover price. Now, you're probably asking yourself the question, how did this book make it to number 1 when all these other books came number 1? As I mentioned to you before, the 30-day sales says a lot. 70 sales of a book that on average is $967 says a lot about this book. It also says that this book is high as far as the hype level. That's how I do the measurements when I look at these lists. I look at fair market value. I look at 30-day sales. I look at the trending list. I start with the trending list, but then I look at what the fair market value is, and I look at the 30-day sales, and that also brings up what the hype level for this book is. What's the hype? Jon Bernthal has been cast in the new Spider-Man Brand New Days movie, which is huge. That is a big thing to have a character like the Punisher showing up in a Spider-Man movie. He's going to be tamed for the PG-13 audience, but still, this is a character that made his debut in Spider-Man, and it's just so great to see him back in Spider-Man and really how his interaction with Spider-Man be, especially with a Peter Parker that no one knows about. That's going to be exciting. That's going to be something I'm looking forward to see. I do have my reservations on this movie because of the amount of casting I'm hearing about it from Incredible Hulk, from the different villains that are part of it. And now you throw in John Bernthal's Punisher in this mix, and I have some concerns. However, I'm super excited for this movie that's scheduled to come out in the summer of this coming year, 2026. So 1 year from now, we should be expecting this movie. And with that being said, I just want to take the time to say thank you for watching. Which books do you have on your list? Which books are you planning to get? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Stay tuned for next week's ranking. And like always, like and subscribe. And I will see you at the next one. Until then, Excelsior. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more comic content. Check out these other videos for even more insight. And I'll see you at the next one. Excelsior.